I'm a believer that intimacy with God is very important. You don't get to be promoted or go to the next level and the next thing that God has for you to do without that discipline. Um, and that discipline of that intimacy with God creates something that no man can really do on their own. And it also opens up the door for you to understand your calling, your anointing, and your gifts, and how to operate in them. So yes, discipline yourself with the intimacy God and what that really looks like. And what I'm saying is, study your word, get into just reading the Bible as much as possible, as much as you possibly can. Like, carve out that time with God to pray. Maybe even go even more deeper in the things of God, and get into an intense fast if you have to, so that He can reveal more things to you, and that He can break strongholds. For me, what I've learned is that my intimacy with God is not determined by what my pastor is preaching on Sunday, or my relationship with my spouse and what my friends are doing and how I mimic what they do. It's my intimacy is not predicated on those things. It's really about, my personal relationship with God and how far I want it to go. If I'm willing to open up myself to God in that way and really develop a relationship, because just like any other relationship, it takes time to develop that intimacy for you to be comfortable with one another. But when you're closed off and you're like, okay, I'll talk to you when I want to talk to you, and I don't really have as much time, and you're not being intentional with your time with your spouse, partner, friend, family member, whoever you have a relationship with, um, that can reflect on how we have intimacy with God as well. I like to say it like this, like, because of the father wounds that I've had, I've always had a struggle with building that intimacy with God and that relationship with Him, because, I at some point in my immaturity, I was looking at God as a father, but not a father figure that He truly is. I was looking at Him from the earthly perspective of my father. So, yeah, I think that when we begin to have a different viewpoint on these things, and look at God differently, I think that it really will shape the way that we have our intimacy time with our Father.